All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. 182 right here. 52. You don't know no better.
Mahomes now on first down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Yellow. Here we go. Two times. Three down.
Mahomes now on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cannon. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
All day, baby, all day.
An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. 3rd down here.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out.
5-2's on my side.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No, easy. 36. Check 4.
They'll turn to Thompson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Come get some. Hey, 43, come on here, come get some. He don't want it.
They'll try to run this one in.
Watch the whip.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
I'm going to hit you all
Driven
day.
down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. I'm just wondering,
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jamal Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to break.
Mike 51.
Hey, Echo.
Penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man open. It's Ross. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That first down completion only netted them 3. Second and 7.
Watch the screen. Hey.
Check him out.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Hey, here I come.
Look at me. Let's go.
Now first carry for Giovanni Brown.
Check.
And bulldozing his way through. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Look at me. Zipper. Deep rip.
Mixon with a first down carry. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Don't let him breathe.
Rock it.
Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe.
Back to Mixon on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got a second and 8 forthcoming. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike 54. Here we go. 54's Mike.
Here's second and 8.
54. Watch the slant.
And that is incomplete.
The second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll look to throw. The throw caught by Cole. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again and then you're down 14.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game, but it's countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 13.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. What a great way to break into the league.
And he finds a man in the crossing route. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold. You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally,
I can't believe they let you play.
Do so,
I can't believe
because
they
they
even
don't
let you
catch
play.
all of them. This time they did.
Now Mahomes over the middle, and it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On the ball. Get it.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Come on, set. 54, right 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Here we go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
No. Off now.
Now Joe Mixon. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Man, I got you.
Watch twist. Kill. Go.
On second down, Bernard, space to maneuver at the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for the Bengals. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You ready?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. We get slap happy up here sometimes. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
96. Let's go.
Now.
Big series right here. So we got to step.
Big Griffin.
Nixon will try the right side. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there. Third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
.31 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Mahomes now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
To number 82. A gain of 14. First down, Kansas City.
Yellow.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Ripley.
52.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Jordan Evans. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Let's go now. 50-60 outlaw. 54. Leo. Ready?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
30 base. Target. Go. He's moving, boys, he's moving.
They'll run on first down. Mixon stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 24-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, exit.
96 is coming. We got Mike 96.
Hey, Sam on.
He's coming. We got double up.
2nd and 5. He's got Green. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Let's go.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
A 31-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be taken short. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Down.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're all looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Watch it.
On play action, they'll throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Ready, set. It's coming. We got Mike 96.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Check.
Bam.
Let's go.
On first down, Mixon. Give him 3 on first down. And set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Check safe.
Blue draw Corker. Bang. Kill.
Hey, turn it up. Hey, 96 is coming.
Greystone travel.
Come off the ball hard.
Check 24. Big grip.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Slam.
Back to throw. And Tate's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Check.
Coaching spell.
25. Check 25. Hatch it.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
That's what I'm
It'll be a
talking
gain
about.
of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. At the Chiefs' 1-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
Go.
Motion.
They give it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Keep getting those
Joe
touchdowns.
Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give us more authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
15's mine. I got 15. 15's mine.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Pick 6, baby. Let's get this.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Undercrunch.
Watch that.
Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Nixon, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Yo, go.
Again, it's Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Get wide.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Albrecht Rosas on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
We got this.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. He completes it to Jones. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Point after, right down the middle. As this gets them back within a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Hey, check 24.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now they run with Mixon.
Watch 7.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, 29 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second. And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, what a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Mahomes to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Hard. Strip that ball. Check 52. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On second down now, Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Second down at the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey! Shoot!
Again, it's Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
4th down and 1.
They come out here in the eye. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Hey, switch gears. Show an 8. 6 guy. Check 6 guy.
They'll try and run for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Look at me. Zipper 5.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know, would be just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
On the deep ball. Jesse Bates on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Check.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.